Hello students, welcome to Web Technology Lab session. In this video, I am going to explain to you how to install XAMPP in your machine. So first and foremost, open the browser and in the Google type XAMPP. So here you will get the first search result, that is www.apachefriends.org. These are the people who developed the XAMPP. So basically XAMPP is nothing but a stack for developing web application. What does it contain? It contains X stands for it is a cross-platform or a multi-platform. A stands for Apache server. M stands for MySQL. P stands for PHP and another P stands for Perl. So this contains all these packages. So let's download this XAMPP first. Okay. So this is the dashboard of the apachefriends.org. Here you get the options for downloading the XAMPP for Windows, for Linux, or for iOS. So currently, if my machine is running Windows, so I'm going to click on this and the file starts to download. Click on the keep button. It takes less than 2 minutes to download. So using XAMPP, you're going to work with PHP application. So in order to develop PHP web application, you have to download and configure XAMPP in your local machine. Okay, the file has been downloaded. Click on the button over here and show in folder. Double click on the file, installer file. Next, it will ask, do you want this app to make changes in your device? Click on yes. Next, click on yes. Okay, it is telling that there is some issue if you save your or load the software in C drive. So it's better to save in the D drive. Okay, click on OK. Click on next. Okay, these are the packages or the stack items that will be stored in your machine. So by default, everything is selected. Click on next. Here you change it to D drive and click on next. So after it has been installed in D drive, go to the D drive. Here you can see XAMPP folder. So this is where all the programs has been installed. Okay. Now we'll see how to start and stop the servers. First thing, you have to click on the XAMPP control icon. Here you get the options to start, stop, as well as to see the logs and also set the configuration for various packages. So click on the service start for Apache and click on the service start for MySQL. So when you click on Apache start, you can see that the port in which the web server Apache is listening is 80 and 443. Okay, so both are working fine. You can see over here the log, everything is running fine. Okay, now if you click on Explorer, this will go to the again the XAMPP folder. Here you want to see where exactly to store all your web programs or the HTML and PHP programs. Here you have to store it in the htdocs folder. Okay, all the files that you want to send it to the client will be stored in this particular folder. So this is called as document root of the server. Okay, now we will go to the browser and test whether the server is working fine or not. Okay, here you need to type http/localhost. Okay, and you will get the XAMPP dashboard. Okay, so if this page appears, then the XAMPP has been successfully installed, just click on PHP info. So this also will show you all the PHP variables, which shows that PHP also has been successfully installed. So go back to the localhost dashboard and click on PHP my admin. So this is the place where you create the database and manage your all database related applications. So PHP MySQL is also working fine. So you can create the database here. These things we will look into later. Okay. Now we'll create one simple HTML page and try to access using the server. For that, I will open Notepad++. I'll create a new file, HTML. Better save it. Where do we have to save it? D drive, XAMPP, htdocs. Here you have to save it. Okay. First, I'm giving first as the name of the file. Select hypertext markup language and click on save. So I'll just have just one heading to display something like welcome. Welcome from server. Okay, I'm going to save this file. I'll go back to the browser. Okay, here I'll just say localhost first dot html. Okay, you can see this file has been loaded. So this is how you configure the XAMPP in your machine and run and test your HTML or PHP files. Now let me stop the server. I'll click on stop button. So it's always a good practice to stop the servers after all the operations. Okay, I'm going to close the XAMPP control box or the control panel. Okay, now students, in this session we learned how to configure XAMPP, and we just also created one HTML file and tested it from the server whether it is working fine. So I hope you have understood. Thank you.